Vice President Kamala Harris slammed Donald Trump and talked about how dangerous a second Trump term would be at a campaign event in New Orleans today. This is worth a watch. Take a look.
Sadly, the press has not been covering it as much as they should in proportion to the seriousness of what just happened when the United States Supreme Court essentially told this individual who has been convicted of 34 felonies that he will be immune from essentially the activity he has told us he is prepared to engage in if he gets back into the White House. Understand what we all know. In 122 days, we each have the power to decide what kind of country we want to live in. Understand what we know. When there has been a full-on intentional attack against hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. When I talk about the family that raised me, yes, they took me in a stroller as they were marching and shouting for justice, knowing that justice will not be achieved unless we are prepared to march and shout and fight for it. And one of the ways we do that is through our vote.
Yeah, I love Vice President Harris, and she's absolutely spot on there. Two things. Number one, she's right. The Supreme Court recently gave the president absolute immunity, so they can't face criminal charges. So do we, the people, really trust Donald Trump to go in there and not break the law? You know, the same guy who was recently convicted of 34 felonies? Yeah, I don't think so. But second of all, people have to understand that Donald Trump and Project 2025 are coming for our rights, whether it be civil rights, voting rights, abortion rights, LGBTQ plus rights, and more. They're coming for all of it. That's what they want. They're trying to roll back the clock on the United States and take us back to the early 1900s. That is why it's so important that President Biden and Vice President Harris get reelected so we can avoid all of that. That sounds good to me. I feel like you might feel the same way.